What's up everybody, once again my name is Matt and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda A Link to the Past. In the last episode we did a bunch of side quests, got some new items, and our 13th heart container. In this episode it's time to take on the third Dark World Temple, which is located in the Dark World version of the Lost Woods. The temple itself is actually called Skullwood, so I guess by proxy that's what the surrounding area is officially called. But yeah, you may have noticed that I walked by the Dark World portal that we made in the last episode with our magic mirror, and that's because in order to get to the correct part of the Skull Woods, we need to make use of a hidden portal near one of the entrances to the Lost Woods, and that's how we're going to be entering the Dark World on this occasion. I know it seems kind of weird, but just trust me on this one, guys. So what you want to do is enter the Lost Woods from the leftmost side of Kakariko, and we're only going to be in here for a brief moment. Then we're going to exit the Lost Woods and be sort of where one of the other entrances to the woods is, but again we're using it as an exit because we have to go this way since there's actually a giant stone that we can't move right now blocking our path. So really this is the only way we can currently reach this portal, but yeah, just come down through here and you'll be greeted with these wooden stakes, which we can easily bash down with our magic hammer. And of course, right underneath this rock is the portal that we need to enter the Dark World. So, bam, there we go, guys. And now we're exactly where we need to be. So if we head right up through here, we'll be in the Skull Woods, and it's spooky and scary. It's honestly not that much different than the normal Lost Woods, just like a different color palette, and the music is a little bit cooler if you ask me. So all we really have to do is head up through here, and we'll be at one of the entrances to the Skull Woods Temple. And I said one of the entrances because there are multiple entrances to the inside of the temple. There's really three main entrances that you want to worry about though. So we're going to go to like the very beginning entrance, which is right over here, and I guess we'll get things started. But first, let's equip Bombos, because like I said in the last episode, there's a couple of rooms you may want to use this in this particular temple, starting with this very first room, because there's a bunch of enemies, including two Gibdos, which are very susceptible to fire damage. So yeah, the only remaining enemy is this Wall Master or Floor Master, whichever one it is. I always get them confused. I'm pretty sure it's a Floor Master though, because it's attacking the floor, and that would kind of make sense. But again, I've been wrong in the past, so I'm sure one of you guys will correct me in the comments down below. Just keep moving around, and really he should never be able to grab you, so you should be pretty safe. Now, you do want to be careful, though, because when you enter a room, they like to be pretty quick about it and attack you almost the second you walk into the door, so keep moving. Unfortunately, that does lead to some instances where you will have to take damage by walking into an enemy that's blocking your way, but it's better than going back to the beginning of the temple. Right inside that chest, though, is the big key, so like I said, if you know where you're going and what to do in this temple, it becomes very, very easy. So now that we got that, we're pretty much done with this section of the temple. And I said section because, what's cool about Skull Woods is, basically the entire wooded area is part of the temple. So, really, like, this would be the first floor. Everything else is, like, the basement since we're going down into it. But yeah, I just think it's, like, really cool how, you do get to explore the overworld. And by doing so, you also discover different sections of the temple that are, you know, hidden away. So it's really, really cool. And they kind of experimented this, you know, in the Desert Temple, which was the second beginning temple, I think, where you had to, like, leave the temple and go to a different part. That way you could go and take on the boss. But now they've sort of amped it up and made the entire temple sort of like that. And I like that a lot because it does allow for more exploration. And it would probably make this temple a lot more interesting, you know, if I didn't already know where to go. Although I did just forget to hit these switches before going into this left room, because now, yeah, the giant holes that are in the floor are gone very quickly though. Let's hookshot across here and maybe I can find some hearts. No? Alright, thanks a lot, game. Also, yeah, do not break that first skull. Rookie mistake if you do, because then you won't be able to, like, hookshot back across. But yeah, you can pull that lever, blow up that wall, and come down here and check it out. There is the big chest. So let's open this bad boy up and get ourselves the fire rod. So this rod commands the red fire. Of course, watch your magic meter because it does eat up magic. But since we did get that upgrade, we should be fine for the most part. There we go. Now we're back up to full HP. Alright, so yeah, pretty much we're done with this section of Skullwoods as well. So we're just gonna get the heck out of here and return back to the first section just for a little bit, because now that we have the item, we're ready to go and take on the boss, believe it or not. There's still a little bit more to the temple itself, but we're getting there, guys. Don't you worry. And the boss for this temple is kind of weird, and I think that's the best way that I could possibly describe it. Like, you'll see what I mean once we fight it. But now that we're back here in section number 1, all you want to do is run all the way to the left through these 2 rooms, and then we're just going to exit this section because we're done. Like, all we need to do was use that as a hallway. So now we can, like, go to the third and final section of the Skullwoods, and that's where we'll find the boss. So, to do that, let's head up through here, and, this is kind of cryptic, but basically what you want to do is grab your fire rod and ignite the end of this weird skeleton thing. Not really sure how you would, like, know to do that, but just do it, and now we're in the third section of the Lost Woods. Maybe there's, like, some clue that some NPC tells you that I skipped over, but, I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, like, this section's kind of a maze because there are walls underneath this bridge that are blocking your path, so you need to figure out the correct way to navigate to this section of the room. That way you can head over here. And this room is a lot easier to navigate since you just go to the top and dash all the way to the other side. Also, if I could find a heart, that would be really great as well. And of course not. Oh, you know what? Now I just made a problem for myself. Thankfully, Bombos to the rescue! I need to get those Gibdos out of the way since they are blocking that doorway, and I kind of need to go through there. You may have noticed that at the beginning of this area, there was a chest to my right. That chest contains a small key, and we desperately need that. So, now that we got it, we need to make our way back to the star. But we could just go through the other rooms. However, we could also just, you know, use our magic mirror to teleport to the beginning of this area, and that is a whole heck of a lot easier. So, that's what I recommend doing. And thanks a lot, Fire Snake. Of course, you would be there blocking my path like the jerk you are. Alright, this room can be kinda confusing if you're stupid like I am, so I'm gonna try and be careful here and not screw this up, because I know if you step on, like, the wrong switch, it can really mess things up, and I literally just did it. I just did the thing that I was hoping I would not do. Alright, let's try this again, and hopefully this time not make a stupid, simple mistake. I think I have to go here, and now just hit this switch in the corner, and I should be good. There we go. Alright, in this room, again, Bombos is going to be our savior, so let's get that real quick, and get all those Gibdos on the screen. That way we can let it rip, and get rid of all of these guys. There might still be a wall master or a floor master. Yep, there he is. Hey, buddy. What you want to do, though, is just light all these torches using your fire rod. Be kind of quick about it, because I'm pretty sure we do have a time limit to light all these things, but really shouldn't be that big of a deal. There we go. And now we can get out of here before that guy bothers us anymore. In this room, though, try and make your way to the north and just slice those vines. That way you can get through here as quickly as possible. Now, here's the deal. One of these enemies in this room is holding a small key. I'm not sure which one it is, so we're just going to use Bombos and kill them all instantly. See, I told you guys Bombos would be useful. Like, I love Bombos so much. You have no idea. Alright, so let's grab that key, and guess what? We're pretty much done with this temple. That's right, if we fall through that hole, it's going to take us directly to the boss of the Skullwoods. So, very quickly, let's equip our fire rod and do this thing. The fire rod is the best weapon to use against this boss. It's kind of like a moth or butterfly, whatever. I'm not really too sure, but yeah, the fire rod does a ton of damage to it. However, it can be kind of hard to get in a position to hit this thing with a fire rod because the floor is always moving, and you know, these spikes are just launching at you from every single direction, so it is kind of hectic. But hopefully we can do enough damage with just the fire rod to take this guy out. There we go. I did use my sword like a couple of times, but fire rod is definitely the way to go. So let's grab our heart container, and that does it for the Skullwoods. Not bad, guys. Not bad. And with that, we've saved our third maiden. Link, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. Do you know the prophecy of the Great Cataclysm? This is the way I heard it. If a person who has an evil heart gets the Triforce, a hero is destined to appear. And he alone must face the person who began the Great Cataclysm. If the evil one destroys the hero, nothing can save the world from his wicked reign. Only a person of the Knights of Hyrule, who protected the royalty of Hylia, can become the hero. You are of their bloodline, aren't you? Then you must rescue Zelda without fail. Do you understand? Yeah, I got it. May the way the hero lead to the Triforce. I'm sure it will. Alright, so another temple bites the dust, and I think that's a good place to end off this video. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.